Hi, today we are going to give you a little tutorial on how to make this holiday necklace. Shown two possible styles. Each kit will have a random mixture of colors, and these are just simply paper beads and a few other items. Set that aside. In your kit you will find an assortment of papers, a cord, some of it might be a satin cord, some of it, again, different colors, a tassel, and optional mounting jewelry finding hardware. You'll get a straw, a dowel, a paper with some words if you want to add words to your necklace. And I think that's everything. What you will need to provide is some glue. You can use glue stick and or in combination with some white glue. To seal the beads, clear nail polish with or without glitter. And if you are going to glue in your hardware, I recommend this jewelry glue E6000. You can find it at any craft store. To begin, you need to make your beads. In the necklace, you'll see there are 5 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's just a random number that for pleasantness that I chose. So to make the beads, you're going to take one of your pre-cut strips and you want to precondition the end so that it curls a little. You can rub it against the end of the table. You can roll it against the dowel. Just one end with a little curl. Then you want to hold it in position and use a little of this tacky glue. You can cut, I'm going to give you a few straws in there. You can cut one of the straws and use it as a glue applicator so you don't make a mess all over your fingers. Just put a thin coating all the way. And then you want to start to roll your bead. Now to do this, I'm going to show you in reverse. This will be facing you. You can do it this way too. You want to make sure that you lay it down so that it wraps really snugly and evenly. Note it's very perpendicular to the dowel. And get it really snug on there. And you want to roll slow so that it rolls evenly and doesn't go off on a weird angle. Then you can get your glue stick. And I like to add glue along the way. And then I'll pick it up and roll it. And you can use your fingernail and line it up against the side like this so that it stays straight. Add some more glue. Just roll it slow and steady. It's okay if it's not perfectly even on both sides, but if you go slow, you'll see that it stays straight. Then when you get to the end, get yourself a little piece of paper to work on because you want to make sure the glue goes off the edges and off the corners. You can even beef it up with a little of the extra white glue because the corners often like to curl up and come off. And I'm holding this pretty snugly. Then I use my fingers to press it down. And the beautiful thing is if you even get a little bit of glue on there, the seam is not going to show if you position it correctly. And we are going to seal them. Now this one has, you can see there's glitter, or you can just use clear nail polish. I like the nail polish because it's pretty fast and it's not water soluble, like say something like Mod Podge. And you have the option to seal them now and just let them dry like so on a piece of wax paper or something, or you could in fact paint them after the fact while they're all in a row. It's a little trickier because you don't want to get it on your cord, but you can decide how adept you feel at doing either way. Once you have made 5 beads, and I'm not going to seal these for this demonstration, what you want to do is get your cord. I have pre-stiffened the ends with fray check so that they go through the tubes a little easier. Now I will also say that a little hack that you can do If you don't want to roll them on the dowel, you can cut lengths of straw that's the same width of the paper. These are just little paper straws. And you can actually glue the paper right to the straw, if that's just a little hack for you if you'd like to do that. So now what you want to do is get both ends and find the center. Then you will thread one end through your tassel. Oh, and look at this. This tassel doesn't have a jump ring on it. Give me a minute while I get one that has one. So you're going to take one end, thread it through the jump ring, grab the other end and just let it find the center so it stays even. And then you're going to tie, holding it, see, and I'm going to take one tail through and just make a single knot. Find your ends again. This is how it stays even, Steven. Match them up and then just slide your knot down. And you don't have to tie it super tight, just snug it up. Now, this is the fun part. Maybe, maybe not. You might find that it's challenging to get these through. So you're going to take one end and go through one side of the bead. And then you're going to take the other one and go through the opposite side. Now, like I said, it's a little long. You can use a toothpick. I have a little knitting thing to push it through because sometimes the tube just gets stuck. This is probably the most challenging aspect of the project. It's so challenging right now, this bead doesn't want to go through. Fear not, I'll get it through. Ha, see? Now, pull that through. Find your ends again. This is going to be the mantra here. I'm holding it up, and you just slowly slide it down because you want this to be centered. I'm still holding the ends, and you just kind of fool around here with a little to get the knot in the middle. And that's how you'll keep it even. Now you take your next bead and you're going to do the same process. So you're going to take, there's the end. It's very long so that it can be a long enough necklace. So then the one end goes through the one side, the other end goes through the other side. Need my helper. Is that a long toothpick? A skewer. Find your ends. Slide it, slide it, slide it, slide it all the way down. And in that way you'll keep them even. Now you'll proceed to do this with the other 3 beads. Now here's where you want to note, you want a little slack in there but not a lot, but this is where your seams are. So if you want, you can actually take some of your glue and glue the seams together when you're all finished stringing so that they don't show. Then you proceed with the beads, and then here, that's pretty much it. The end is to find your center again and make a knot. Take both strands, wrap it around 1 or 2 fingers. I always like to hold the knot so that you don't lose the position, and then you can just shimmy it on down. And this helps keep the beads from moving around. On this one you can see I have not knotted it, and this will slide around on you, unless of course you glue all these in a row, which I do recommend. Then you can leave it just free hang like so. And now for your endings. This one, I just took the ends and I knotted them at the top. You can trim off that the little fray check part because it's very stiff. Again, just to wrap it around your finger both at the same time and knot it, and then you're finished. You can determine how long it fits over your head. The other way, and you don't have to do this, is the hardware. So there's the clasp, and it's got 2 little tubes. And what you will do is you will find whatever length you want, and because this is fastened, you can have it shorter or longer. I mean, the necklace can be up here if you like. You just have to measure it and then cut your ends to where you want. Then you would take this glue and you put the glue on the end of the cord and just insert it in the little cup and then let it set and dry according to the directions on the glue. And that's it for that. I would say that there are a couple of variations. If you don't want to use a tassel, you could, and also this bead is wrapped in fabric. These are fabric beads. Make a little bow on top and then it looks like a present. Or you can graduate the size of each bead and make a tree or something if you like. Or you can completely abandon the holiday fair and choose your own kind of paper. I recommend paper rather than cardstock because it rolls a lot easier. Like I said, you can customize it with the little words. You can do pretty much whatever you like, and that's how you make this holiday necklace.